Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome to another video. In this one I'm going to give you guys a quick report on what it took to finish the second week of the Sanctuary Image Contest, which is a live event organized by CCP where in July every week for the first 3 weeks we get like 10 pictures we're supposed to take. If we manage to get all of them, we get into a pool so that we have a chance for some nice prizes. So first week was really quite trivial, only one low-sec image we had to take, so that was really easy, just took a little bit of time to get to all of the locations. The second week it still felt pretty easy, but there were some more challenges in it. So let's start with the trivial ones. Politely answer a question in the help channel. That's obviously really easy. Just go to the help channel, find a question you can answer, and politely do so. Take a screenshot of it. The mini container scattering in a data or relic site, really easy. You can do that from HiSec as well. And yeah, you'll find a relic site in almost every system you come across. The last one that's still easy security wise is a sun setting over a plasma planet. Now unfortunately these plasma planets don't have a lot of moons or a lot of good vantage points, although you can find them in HiSec. So what I had to do was basically make a lot of bookmarks by warping to another celestial that was aligned in the correct way. And once I had 2 bookmarks that basically put the sun either on the left top or on the right top side of the planet. I just started bouncing in between them, closing in on a spot where basically the sun was setting right above the planet. So that did take some time, but it was done in HiSec, so really safe. After that we have 6 low-sec locations, so instead of just one. The most dangerous one is probably the Sancha wormhole, which is like 6 or 7 jumps into a low-sec pipe, and there are some resident pirates there that have made their home in those systems. But overall it was really easy. There was hardly anything to report, except a few red guys on a few of the gates. Most of the systems themselves where we had to take the pictures were actually completely empty. So most of the time we were the only ones in local, so we could just warp straight to the location, take our picture, and start going to the next one. But the one thing I should mention, I think, is that even on quickest route, this did take quite a bit of time. We're talking 20 to not up to, but towards 30 jumps to get from one location to the next one. So yeah, it did take some time to manage to get all 6 low-sec locations, and of course you're always at risk for a gate camp or something like that, although we hardly met anyone. We did, when we got the Sancha wormhole screenshot on our way back to HiSec, we did come across a gate camp where there was a smart bomber on the gate. But we managed to get through that without any problem. So I would say the biggest hurdle for all the low-sec locations is time. It just takes quite a bit of time. We did it in a very fast cheap Tech 1 frigate, and we feel it was really very doable. So yeah, nothing really special to report on that end. Actually, we just got through all of those low-sec systems, no problem. Went to the location, took a screenshot, and then decided on the next location that was closest by, and just keep going like that. But the final one, Prime Arcanor, that one was a little bit more interesting. So at first we thought maybe we can get some Prime Arcanor from a wormhole. We thought that would, if we could find it there, that would probably be the fastest and safest way to do so. Just find a wormhole, go in there, look for a gravimetric site, and then see if there's some Prime Arcanor in there. Unfortunately, it turns out that's not how it works, because you only get the normal Arcanor from those gravimetric sites in wormholes. So yeah, we did 4 or 5 of them. We always came across 1 or 2 Arcanor asteroids, but never anything we really needed. So we looked it up a little bit, and yeah, turns out you really have to go to nullsec in order to find some Prime Arcanor. On top of that, you need to find one that has a low enough sec status, so null sec actually goes in minus sec status, and so you will only find prime Arcanor in a system that is low enough and in certain regions. So it was not that easy to find, but once we did, it was like 5 jumps through null sec, 3 jumps through low sec, something like that. Yeah, we had a destination. I think it was like 23 jumps out or something like that, and we decided to head over there in our cheap frigates again and just see if we could get it done. Unfortunately, I got caught in a gate camp there and I lost my vigil. It all happened so quickly, I didn't even have time to fraps it really, but it was really sort of unexpected and an unnecessary loss, in the sense that we were in a high sec system, then there was one low sec system, and then we would go back to a high sec system. So we could have avoided that just by taking the safer route. But yeah, like I said, it was already taking quite a bit of time just to get to all the low sec locations, so we just decided to go with the faster route. And there was a professional gate camp on the gate there with instant locking ships, thick trees, all the boosting that they needed, and yeah, they managed to catch my vigil before it went into warp. They destroyed it, and they caught my pod as well, so that did cost me a little bit of money and a ship. But after that we just evaded that system, so we put it on the evade list. And in those 6-7 jumps we had to do again to get to some prime Arcanor, there was once again nothing to report. All those null sec systems were completely empty, except I think for maybe one person in local on our way back. But yeah, it was basically just go in there. Once we got to the system, we checked a few of the belts. The first one had battleship rats in them, so we went to the second one, and in both of those there was actually prime Arcanor to be found. So once you find a null sec system that's low enough and in the right region, you will come across prime Arcanor. So actually locating it itself was not that difficult, and getting there was really trivial. They were all really completely empty. That does mean, of course, that I took that last picture in the Calente noob ship, but at least I took a picture while I was mining the prime Arcanor. So in the end we did manage to get all 10 pictures, and we made our submission in the forums. Surprisingly enough, at the time of recording, there are only like 48 replies to the thread so far. So I would say if you still find the time and the energy to go after this Sanctuary Image contest, I would say it's worth doing it. You know, you have a chance to win 10 plex and for your name to be immortalized somewhere in EVE Online, yeah, this really increases your odds by quite a bit. We're not talking about lottery numbers where you have like a chance in a few million, but you have a decent chance here with only like, I don't know, probably 40 submissions in that thread so far for the second week. So yeah, that really puts you in a good position if you can actually finish all of them, I think, by the end of next week. And I would highly recommend, if you want to do them, to give it a try. It's decently fun to do, especially with someone else. I did them with my brother, yeah, the potential prize there is definitely worth it in my opinion. In short, this didn't feel too hard at all, although I did lose my vigil, but it felt very doable in just a Tech 1 frigate, go for speed as much as possible. I could also have evaded the gate camp probably with some warp core stabilizers in that frigate, so that's also a route you can take. But very doable, just takes a little bit of time for the second week. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all next time.